Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Umerach. Hinach yafa rayati, Hinach yafa henayech, Hinach yafa henayech yomim. Hinach yafa yonati, Hinach yafa henayech yomim. Hinach yafa yonati, Hinach yafa henayech yomim. Hinach yafa rayati, Hinach yafa henayech yomim. Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Umevorach. Ay, 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 ay,
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom to everybody in the room. Shabbat Shalom to everybody on Zoom. And on this day after Thanksgiving, let's set a kavanah, an intention, to be exactly where we are and give thanks for that.
And in this beautiful poem that we're about to recite with the beautiful melody of Shir Me'ira, there's an incredible moment that we're asking for more intimacy. We're asking for more revelation. We're asking for a deeper connection in this poem. And in this parsha, we have a moment where Rivka is in full distress. There's something warring in her womb, and she has no idea how to navigate this war in her womb. So she does something. She says, Lama ze anochi. She asks this question, this existential, angsty question, why am I me if I have this happening inside of me? And we all have warring things happening inside of us, and she asks. So what she does is she goes to lidrosh Adonai. What does that mean? To drash, to investigate, to go deeper than the surface layer, because her surface is right there. But what's deeper? What's happening? So this is an invitation into the moment of intimacy with the divine, that if there is some kind of war inside you right now, whatever that war is, think of that drash. Ask the question, because in this template of this incredible matriarch, we have her asking and her receiving an answer. So this is a perfect, beautiful moment to tap into the question that we have. Igale, gale, gale, la, ufros, chavivi alai, Tzukatz, page 8. Tzukatz, I want to hear all you singing. Igale, gale, gale, la, ufros, chavivi alai. Go out and sing to God, and let's call out to the rock of grace. Let's live before the face with gracefulness. Lechu niralena l'Adonai, nari aletzor yeshenu. We sing a no song on page 12, Shiro Adonai Sher Chadash. Shiru Ladonai Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai Baruch Hu Shemo, Basru Miyom Liyom Yeshuato. Take a deep breath. Start to let the week fall away. Start letting the turkey settle in. Or the tofurkey. Whichever.
You still mad at me that we didn't have turkey at Thanksgiving dinner yesterday? Is that what that was?
It was very subtle. It was very subtle.
I got it.
It was an amazing, amazing dinner. Sans turkey. Sans turkey. So there's a beautiful melody I grew up with, and some of you might have grown up with it too. And I just felt like bringing it this evening, and it's for the last two little paragraphs of Mizmor LeDavid on page 20. I love this. Above the primordial deep, goddess hovers. And this is the incredible Jill Hammer, who's in the back, her extraordinary translations. Above the primordial deep, goddess hovers, watching over the unfathomable horizon. Could we just take in those words again? Above the primordial deep, goddess hovers, watching over the unfathomable horizon. To her people, goddess offers the strength. Goddess blesses her people with a whole peace. Adonai lama buya hashav vayeshev Adonai melech le'olam. Adonai lama buyashav melech le'olam. You can try it with me now. Last two paragraphs. We're the little chili pepper, or if it's page 20. Last two paragraphs, and it's a little chili pepper or the flower or whatever emoji, beautiful graphic that is. Adonai lama buyasha havayeshev Adonai melech le'olam. Adonai lama buyasha melech le'olam. Adonai yos li'amo yitei. Adonai yivarech et amo yitei. Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. Adonai yos li'amo yitei. Adonai yos li'amo yitei. Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. Again from the beginning. Adonai lama buyashav vayeshev Adonai melech le'olam. Adonai lama buyashav melech le'olam. Adonai od li'amo yitei. Adonai od li'amo yitei. Adonai How many for you was that melody a little familiar? Only a few. Next time you hear it, you're gonna like scream it to the heavens. I promise. I mean, of course, I'm doing something a little bit behind my back, but I'm hoping. In this next prayer, the Baruch Shem Kevod, which is on page 22, it's part of the beautiful prayer, Ana Bechoach, which is really just asking for strength. We're just praying for strength to untie the tangles. And there's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful moment in this parsha where Yitzchak unstops the ancient wells that are choked with neglect and dirt. And there's a reservoir of life waiting to reemerge, to be reclaimed and be restored. So in us, we need to reclaim, and we need to clear that path in us as well. So let's take a deep breath, and let's try to take a deep breath with understanding that we're trying to unstop our wells and uncover the stuff that's stuck with dirt. All tangled up, all the fear, all the knots, all the stuckness. And this is just the first layer of unstopping our wells. We'll be continuing with this metaphor. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
Many people think about our ancestor Yitzchak, Isaac, as a bit of a nebbish, a kind of a weak character. But if you dig into some passages in this week's Parsha, especially near the beginning of the Parsha, you also find that he's much more than that. He unstops his father's wells, as Chazan Basia was just saying, and the Parsha directly describes him as a great man. Right? So we don't think about him like that, and I think that's partly because we need a more simplified version of his character, but it's complicated. So I want to take a few minutes to dive in to the place where he unstops his father's wells. And if you're willing to close your eyes and go on a little bit of a visualization journey with me. So the first well is the well of bickering. So as you sort of settle into your chairs and see if there are any knots in your body and try to get comfortable and take a deep breath, think back to a moment in the last week where you may have bickered with somebody in your family, someone at work. Imagine clearing that out of the way and being able to draw on a deep well of connection. The second well is even more challenging. It's the well of animosity or hatred, sitna. Think about a moment, maybe a moment of fear or being threatened when you were really angry, and maybe you even hated somebody or felt great hostility. See if you could have compassion for yourself in that moment. And just take your mind and sweep it all away. Sweep away the aggression, sweep away the hostility. Sweep away any hatred from the landscape of your mind. And dive deep into a well of compassion. Now, this third well is amazing, because once Isaac and his men unstopped the first and the second well, they found the well of expansiveness, of rechovot, of that wide place. So now, see if you can find any moments in this past week, or maybe it's this moment right now, where you feel a sense of the expanse of the heavens, the expanse of the fields, the forests, the mountains, maybe even the expanse of New York City and its majesty. Feel space all around you. Feel space inside you, in places where you usually feel cramped, in knots, in tangles, and just let yourself fall into the well of expansiveness. And maybe, just maybe, there's a fourth well that's not mentioned here in the text, but maybe it's mentioned in the next parsha. It's the well of love. See if you can dip deep into that well. Really immerse yourself. So we're all in this well of love together. And with that well of love, we're ready to greet the bride of Shabbat.
Lecha dodi lekrat kala enei Shabbat leka avila shamor v'zachor Shabbat lechu v'necha ki hi mekor haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshava tchila lecha dodi lekrat kala p'nei Shabbat lecha dodi lekrat kala p'nei Shabbat Shabbat מתייחדים לעילה ואחד, הופכי, התייחדת לטאטה, ברזד
Be seated. So I have a very special announcement tonight. There are no announcements. I thought you'd be happy. So first, I'd like to welcome newcomers and visitors, and especially welcome back Chazan Basia Schechter. And special guest appearance from Laura Wolf. Woo! Thank you for bringing us joy and such beauty. We're all very grateful. So in the community, here in person or in Zoom land, if you're new, please put your name in the chat. But if you're in the room and you'd like to say hello and tell us your name and where you live, you're invited to do so. And our executive director, Jeffrey Kahn, has the microphone, which will travel around the room. Yay.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
My name is Christoph Mitchell. I am a guest here from Nassau, Bahamas.
Ooh, nice.
Thank you.
And happens to be Craig's brother.
Soundman, yeah.
Welcome, welcome.
Hello. I'm Shayna. I'm here with my spouse, Benny, who's maybe in the bathroom. We live in San Francisco. Good to be here.
Ooh, welcome. Welcome, Shayna and Benny, wherever you are.
Hi, everybody. I'm Leslie Hirschberg, and I've just moved to New York, so I'm here with
Whoa.
Nice. Where do you live?
Richard. And I'm living 45 West 60th Street.
Nice.
So
Which you have neighbors. Which apartment?
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
My
Shalom.
name is
Brucha
Dorit.
aba'ah.
Shabbat Shalom. And it's my last day in America
Ooh.
before I go to Israel tomorrow. And I am so blessed to be with you and honor all of you with this beauty. Thank you.
We're so honored to have you with us.
So honored.
Siya Tova.
Hi, I'm Raphael. I'm from San Diego, and I go to college in New Jersey, and I'm here to see my cousins for Thanksgiving break. So, thank you.
Nice. Welcome. That's it.
Wow.
So we're going to give you 2 minutes exactly to say hello to each other, say hello to someone you've never met. And then as soon as you hear the music, come back to your seats and remain standing. That's the new custom. Meditation's perfect. Really?
What a freaking perfect capture meditation. Like, really brilliant.
Good. Oh, good. Two mothers, two amazingly beautiful, strong, musical, full of life women.
Well, I'm so glad you did it also.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe we should do that.
Yes, we should have.
You know what? Okay, so I'm going to do
Praise God for unleashing.
Yeah, exactly.
So C-sharp minor. Yes. C-sharp minor and C-sharp major are two very different keys. One's a lot easier to read. I never want to read C-sharp major and minor. For thinking in we're using the short
Literally, I mean, the house in every year.
All right, Chazan Masya. Hi. So happy to see you. Oh my God.
just playing those drums.
Is it? Does it hurt? I don't think I totally recognize it.
So my son Ari is a student at JTS in Columbia, so we're here visiting him. And I walked in, I'm like, oh, I know her. Oh, anyway, hi, Shemashal.
Okay.
Okay, let's
Start.
do
Let's
it.
start. Please rise.
Page 32.
to my askings that I'll ask you of this day, to love the well of life and serve it with your heart and soul. I'll pour rain upon the land in its season, autumn rain and spring rain, and you will gather your grain, your wine, your soil. I will put the grass in your field for your animals, and you will eat and be satisfied. Guard yourselves, lest your hearts be seduced, and you turn and serve alienated gods and bow down to them. And the well of life will be wounded and close up the sky, so that there'll be no rain on the earth to yield no harvest, and you'll be lost from the good land the well of life is giving you. I've put these words in your hearts, on your souls, and bind them on your hands. The breath of all life spoke to Moshe, speak to the God-wrestling people and say to them, make fringes on the wings of your garments throughout your generations, and put a thread of blue in the corners. The threads will be wing tufts for you, guiding you on your right path. Look at them and remember the ways, the breath of all life, and do them, and do not be misled by your hearts, by your eyes, where you're drawn after them. You'll remember and observe my ways and be holy, 'cause the breath of all life, the breath of all life, breath of all life, breath of all life, breath of all life, breath of all life. Your God of being is breath of all life. Manifest to you the breath of all life. The God is true. The breath of all life. This God is true. Breath of all life. Breath of all life is true. Emet. 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 Recently, my son was filled with real sadness at home, and he couldn't tell me directly what he was feeling. So he sat down and he wrote a cartoon of himself, and with cartoon bubbles to express what he had in his heart. I was so moved. If the relationships between Yitzchak and Rivka was a graphic novel, there would be a lot of empty bubbles. Yitzchak and Rivka had such a deep love, but such poor communication. They did not talk to each other enough, and it had huge consequences. Rivka doesn't share the prophecy and doesn't share what she feels. She doesn't share the prophecy that her younger son is going to lead the older son. She doesn't share that she feels like Yaakov would make a better recipient of the patriarchal blessings. She doesn't share that this love is present that she can't even express because it's not related to food or to anything else. It's just this everlasting love. So when we think of liberation in this parsha, I want to think of the kind of liberation that has to do with communication, the kind of liberation that is about expressing what's in your heart, that's not going to cause strife because you can't say what it is that you have to say. And those things are so brutal and so dangerous, those things that should be said that aren't said. So in this Micha Mocha, when we sing this prayer, we're really singing a prayer of liberation, that we can free ourselves from those crazy things that we can't say. Micha Mocha,
Micha Mocha,
Ba'elim Adonai,
Ba'elim Adonai,
Micha Mocha,
Micha Mocha,
Ledar B'Kodesh,
Nedar B'Kodesh,
Oh When we say, lay us down in peace, author of the stars, raise us up to the life, the ground over of our being, spread over the sukkah of shelter of your peace. Yitzchak is ready to leave, ready to run to Egypt, ready to go. But these words, sojourn in this land, and I will give you blessings and will fulfill the oath. What is it like to spread over a sukkah of peace where you are, wherever you are, without having to go and run somewhere else? So just be where you are in this place. I'm so designed to run. I am designed to run. I was created with that. I was born to run. I wrote this song I could have been learned, but I think it was also circumstances. But I wrote this. I just never share this. But these are lyrics that I wrote about running, and it just occurs to me now. Run from the future like it has no past. Run like your name has no last. Don't be a fool like those who go digging and digging, piecing and figuring, saying he said, she said, they said, we said. When your life hits a click and the clock doesn't tick, your spirit is a circle with a spiral that never runs out. There's more. But I think that's all I can remember. So we're gonna run. We're gonna lay us down like their future has no past. We're going to be under the sukkah of peace, the place of peace, because all that he said, she said, we said, they said, all those sayings, those communication is important, but also those words, so many words. But really, at the end of the day, there's a truth. There's an absolute truth, and the absolute truth is of peace. So we're going to sing the words Ufros Aleinu on page 49. Ufros Aleinu Sukkot, Sukkot Shelomecha. Ufros Aleinu Ufros Aleinu Sukkot Shlomecha, Baruch Atah Adonai, Haporei Sukkot Shalom Aleinu, V'yal Kol Amo Yisrael, V'yal Kol Yoshvei Tevel, V'yal Yerushalayim, V'shamru B'nei Yisrael. Shabbat, ויתגדל ויתקדש וירבה ויעמד יברכירותי וימלך מלכותי בחייך וביומך ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב ימרוה יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ליום בעלמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה ברכו לעילם מכל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תמירן בעלמא ויאמרו amen. Silent Amidah is on page 56, so the words of your own heart. El la refan la la, 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 el la refan la la. May all those in need of healing in mind, body, and spirit be merited with it to come soon. And let us say, Amen.
When I came to Romemu in 2012, yes, this is the longest time I've held a job. One of the first things I noticed is that people who would come here for the first time would sit here, right here in this room, and feel like they found home. And they would cry their way through services. I was so moved and inspired to find a synagogue where prayer could provide that sense of home and a safe place to cry. I'd never really seen a synagogue like that before, and I've seen many. Last night, after Thanksgiving dinner, a friend of mine told me, when I told her about the theme of this sermon, that growing up, she could never cry at home because she never felt safe enough to do so. I wondered if growing up, she ever felt at home. And she didn't. Ironically, she grew up in a home that wasn't home. Maybe home is the place where we feel safe enough to cry. On this day after Thanksgiving, when so many of us were home with family, or maybe in other people's homes, feeling comfortable or not, feeling joy or maybe pain, or maybe both, feeling safe or not, free or not, I wonder about this place we call home. And I wonder about the place of the human cry. One of the most heartbreaking cries in all of Tanakh, all of Torah, occurs in this week's biblical portion, Toldot. And that cry occurs at home, in the context of family dynamics. When Isaac, the aging and blind father of twins, Jacob and Esau, requests that his elder son Esau, I can never say this name in English, Esau, Esau, Esav, Esau, okay, whatever. I'm just going to say it in Hebrew and you'll know who I'm talking about. Esav, bring him a meal of savory meat so that he could bless him with the blessing of the firstborn. For those of you who might not be familiar with the story, here's what happens. Rebekah, overhearing her husband's instructions to Esav, instructs her younger son, Jacob, to pretend that he's his older brother, so that he, and not his brother, receive the coveted blessing from his father. Sounds like a terrible plan. And it is a terrible plan, deceptive and destructive. But I think it's worth mentioning there are some mitigating factors here. There's a backstory. When Rebekah was pregnant with twins, as Chazan Basya was describing before, in her womb, there was this running, this churning, this struggling. Vayitrotzetsu habanim bikirba. God tells Rebekah through an oracle that the struggle in her womb presages an ongoing battle between her twins and their descendants, a mythic conflict in which the elder son would serve the younger. So she went into this with some awareness. And early on in the story, Jacob is sitting around eating lentils, and his twin brother comes in from hunting, famished, starving, and wants his lentils, and says, I am going to die, because Jacob wants to sell him the birthright, wants Esau to sell Jacob his birthright. He says, what good to me is a birthright? Hinei anochi holech lamut, v'lama ze li bechora. And so Esau sells his birthright to Jacob for a bowl of lentils. And the Torah tells us that he spurns the birthright. Vayivez Esav et ha-bechora. So in this scene where Jacob pretends to be Esau, and he dresses up like his brother wearing goat skins on his arm, since his brother is hairier than him and he is smooth, and he brings his father savory meat, pretending that he had just hunted for it. And even though his father is so clearly suspicious that it's not Esau before him, suspecting that it's Jacob, he still gives Jacob, the son before him, the blessing for the eldest. And this is where the cry comes in. Jacob exits the scene. Esau walks in. Hey, Dad, I hunted some meat for you and I prepared it just like you like it. And Isaac realizes and starts trembling. What have I done? I've given the wrong son my blessing. And when Esau realizes what happens, he cries out with an exceedingly great and bitter cry, saying to his father, bless me also, Father. V'yitzak se'aka gdola umara ad me'od. Vayomer la'aviv, parcheni gam ani avi. And then again, his heart-rending words, have you only one blessing, Father? Bless me also, Father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. Habracha achati lecha avi, parcheni gam ani avi, vayisa Esav kolo vayefch. These words, so heartbreaking. Is there only one blessing? Only one blessing that you have for me in this life? But I wonder also about Jacob's cry. Where's Jacob's cry? Where's Jacob's pain? Some of you might be thinking, who cares about Jacob's pain? He's the aggressor. He's the winner. He's the liar. He's the cheater. Nevertheless, Jacob is our namesake. He is the one that becomes Israel, Yisrael. He is the one who wrestles with an angel. He is our great God wrestler. His humanity, his pain should not be eclipsed. Even though he does such terrible damage to his family, I care about his pain, about his humanity. Like it or not, he is us and we are him. We are Israel. So maybe we can open ourselves up to his pain, to his humanity. Imagine what these family dynamics did to him. Think about the fact that he loses his home as a consequence of those dynamics. And maybe most damaging for him, he lies about his identity in order to get the blessing. He's blessed not as the person he is, but as the person he isn't. So where is Jacob's pain? Where is his cry? Maybe there's no room for it because he's in survival mode. He hears from his mother that his brother wants to kill him, and he runs away from home. This Ish Tam, as the Torah tells us, this pure, innocent man, this Yoshev Ohalim, this one who sits at home all day, has to come to terms with the fact that he has caused such terrible damage to his family. He's inflicted harm. Maybe he can't take it in because of his own guilt. And of course, he's in survival mode. What can we feel when we're in survival mode? I remember when my own daughter was deathly ill. Thank God she's okay now. But I was completely in survival mode. My friends would say to me, come, I'll take you out, we'll have a drink, you'll cry on my shoulder, and I'd say, no. I can do one thing right now, is help my daughter survive. I was so afraid that if I felt anything, I would not be able to get up the next morning and do what I had to do. So Jacob is in survival mode. He runs away from home, he leaves Canaan, the promised land, and he runs away, paradoxically, to his mother's hometown, Haran. And there he encounters Rachel, his future bride, at a well. And that's when he lifts up his voice and he cries. He finally cries. Why is it at this moment, in this place, that he finally cries? The ancient rabbis ask the same question in a midrash, and they say, Jacob wept because in a moment of prophecy, he saw that Rachel, his beloved, would not be buried with him in the cave of Machpelah. All right, I guess on some level that makes sense. He cries over his beloved wife's tragic early death on the road back to Canaan, back home. She never reaches home. And she would not be buried with him in the family plot. In a sense, she would remain forever in exile from him, from her children. That she would not finally go home. A more recent commentator, the 19th century German rabbi and modern Orthodox philosopher, Samson Raphael Hirsch, says that Rachel reminded him of his mother, Rebecca, and that he simply missed his mother. Well, that makes emotional sense. Having run away from home, he's in such grief. He misses his mother, the one that connected to him, the one that loved him so unconditionally, the one that advocated for him, the one that wanted him to have the coveted blessing of the eldest. But I think if we look closely at how the Torah describes Jacob's cry at this moment, we discover something else. The words, and he cried, Vayisa kolo vayef, are the precise words used to describe his twin brother Esau's cry. Upon discovering that his blessing had been stolen. So perhaps it's here, by a well of love, encountering Rachel, falling in love, that he feels safe for the first time since that terrible day when he shattered his brother. He now senses the possibility of love, the promise of a future, of building a home. Jacob moves beyond survival mode in this moment and feels safe enough to feel his brother's pain. Finally, he can cry for his shattered twin brother. I wonder, in these times, where can we feel at home? Where is home? In so many conversations with family, acquaintances, I hear again and again in these days, I no longer feel at home. Do I have a place in this country? Maybe I want to leave this country. And so many people have never felt at home in this country. Indigenous people, people of color, immigrants, all kinds of people who felt like strangers. And now, increasingly so, undocumented immigrants feel this sense of daily fear. Given these times, how can we find a home, feel at home? Where do we feel safe now? Where can we cry? Where can we feel? Where can we be who we are? Maybe we need to turn inward into those places that always felt home, even for our forefathers and foremothers, in prayer, in community, with God, in ourselves. Wherever it is, wherever you feel home, I think it's essential to drive a stake in the ground and call that place holy. And we have to remember that in turning inward to find home, we can't forget that the larger world also needs to be safe for people to cry and be themselves and feel at home. It all starts with finding home, with going home, with finding your well, feeling love and hope, finding a space to cry, finding a place for our sacred tears to flow, making space to hear and feel the human cry.
Please rise. We have just felt the possibility of love opening up even more. And we return to our hearts, v'hashevota. So I'm going to call on you, respond. Don't even worry about your books, because sometimes just put them down. V'hashevota, v'hashevota, elevavecha, elevavecha, ki Adonai, ki Adonai, hua Elohim, hua Elohim, v'hashevota, elevavecha, ki havaya, Elohim, v'nemar v'haya Adonai, le'melech al kol haaretz, bayom ahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shema, u'shema, u'shema echad.
Warner's Kaddish is on page 116. If you are reciting Kaddish in mourning or observing a yahrzeit, please remain standing. And I'll go around if you'd like to say the name of the person that you're saying Kaddish for. Shira. Did I miss anybody? If it's your custom to stand while we say Kaddish, please rise now. Page 116. V'gadal v'kadash shmei rabbah.
Amen.
V'yoma divrach v'ritei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yamechon v'chayei d'chol be'Yisrael b'gala v'zman kariv v'emru amen.
Amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam me'onei almayah.
V'yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitrama v'yitnaser v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei shab
B'richu.
Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechemata, tamira b'yoma v'emru, amen. Yehei shlam araba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'emru, amen. Oseh shalom, amav, v'yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'emru, amen.
Amen. Now we're going to have Kiddush.
Please rise.
Please rise.
Thank yous before Kiddush.
What?
Let me thank people.
Oh, it's the, I remember this because, and it's been a while, but this is the cup of blessing,
This is the cup of blessing.
and that's why we're going to
That's why
bless.
we're thanking people, exactly.
And also
You know,
because it's Thanksgiving.
I was thinking, How many of you in your jobs get to be thanked every single week? Right? It's amazing. Every time I do a service, I get thanked. I was like, wow, that's really special. We should all thank each other, right? Every week, every day. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Okay, thank you to our davening team. Glenn Grossman, Judah Goldman, special guest Laura Wolf, the return of Chazan Basia Schechter,
And Rabbi Diane Kohler-Esses and her beautiful...
Online, somewhere in the stratosphere, is Michaela. And on-site staff is Jeff Kahn, our executive director, Victor, director of operations, Blanca and Tevin on the Romemu team, Craig on AV, Gil security, and join us tomorrow. We're having services all over again, and Parsha class 8:45 in that room.
And Kiddush is on page, who knows what page it's on? 88, okay.
88.
I used to know this by heart, I just want to tell you.
Where have you been?
Well, Yom HaShishi, Vayechulu HaShamayim v'haaretz v'chol tzevam, Vayechal Elohim v'yom HaShvi melachto asher asa, Vayishbot b'yom HaShvi mikol melachto asher asa, Vayivarech Elohim et yom HaShevi'i, Vayikadesh oto, ki bo shavat mikol melachto, asher bara Elohim la'asot. Savri chaverai.
Chaim!
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafel.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kadsho b'ahava uvratzon henchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh, zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim, ki banu v'chata, v'yotanu kidashta, im kol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, v'yava uvratzon, hinchatat, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Oh, say shalom bimroma.